Hiya. So I've not made a video for a couple of years, and this is a follow-up to a video from like 4 or 5 years ago, which was called Clearing Tips No Thought, which was also a private video that I only shared to people who... Anyway, basically I'm going to talk about now about how they fake the weather and how it works and how they do it and exactly what's causing it. But bear in mind, you're going to have to be on a certain level to understand what I'm saying. In and out, over, understand what I'm saying. Don't just dismiss what I'm saying. So I've already spoken about how, the forecast for is, imagine, okay, I'm going to just scream simple. Imagine like right down this screen is, there's the past, there's the future, and this is now. This is where we are now. I started this video a minute and 20 seconds ago. It's still now. Then and now, now and then. So you forecast for prior, beforehand. So imagine forecast, past, future. So we got the forecast, okay, so that's forecast prior, so that's in the future, but we're still here now. It's only ever now. That's where you'll only ever be. And I'm not just talking to you, anybody watching it. I'm talking to myself, because I watch these videos too, because sometimes I watch them and I get insights from them, even though I'm the one speaking them. So it's only ever now. So your forecast in the future, weather prediction, okay, pre means what? Well, pre again means prior, pre beforehand. A pre-launch check before you launch it. You check it pre, yeah. So, but that's still in the future. And then when they do it, it's now. But in that future becomes now. It's only now. So your prediction, diction, dict. Okay, diction, dict. D-I-C-T. Dict is short for dictate. Dictation. Dictation is telling someone something. I'm going to tell you this now, and here's how you're going to live your life. I'm dictating to you. So broadcasting, broad over a wide area. I've done this in another video. Broad over a wide area. Casting, putting into a mold. Okay, so putting into a mold. So if I can predict and forecast to 10,000 people here that tomorrow they will all give me £10 each, and if they believe it, I'll have like 10, 20, 30,000 pounds tomorrow night. Do you get it? That's how it works. Only ever now. So a quick jump, because I do jump on tangents. A quick jump is, think about this. Think about when someone picks up their phone, the weather app's on there, right? Someone switches on their computer, the weather app's on there, right? The forecasting is non-stop, because it's only ever now. It's only ever now, and it's what they want to occur in the future, which is now. Okay. So you got the news media with their forecasts every 15 minutes, every 20 minutes, every half an hour, whatever it is. Got the radio on their global news. Here's the latest from global news, global weather. Right, okay, do you know what I mean? and that's how it works. So it's a thing called tacit consent. Tacit means agreement. You know, basically, you've heard the saying, silence is consent, right? Silence is consent. That's what tacit consent is. But in a universal point of, okay, I've gone 6 minutes nearly. I've only got certain memory on my phone. I have to be quick. So you've heard the expression, like, you know, everyone's a reflection of the whole, whatever, right? Yeah, it's true. I don't claim to be more enlightened or whatever than anybody else. That's just a load of shit. Anyone who says, like, oh, that they're woke, they're not. They're just dickheads. So I look at everybody as not God, because that's bullshit. That whole thing's bullshit, and that's, you know, you must be, if you're here right now, you understand in and out overstand that whole concept, like that there's a God looking over and that's a load of shit. When you're here and now where I am, then you know exactly where that God is, right? And who's looking over you, and this and that and blah blah blah. But here's how it works. So tacit consent. So your average Joe Schmock, NPC, whatever you want to call them, but they're all, you know, they're all alive. But they, unfortunately, they inhabit where you are. The whole thing about them just being backfiller and this and that, that's a ruse, right? That's a ruse. Of course they're backfiller, of course they're of no consequence, because they've been absorbed into the system. They're only the hive mind and the living, breathing mouthpiece for the system. But that's because they've been poisoned and indoctrinated and infected. Yeah. So don't look at them like they're whatever, you know, because they're still, the potential's always there for them to be dragged from where they are in the hell and the abyss that they're in to here in the now. But how it works is the media broadcasting of the prediction. Tomorrow, here's this. Tacit consent. Average Joe Schmock listens to it, reads it, sees it, whatever, gets told it, and then they repeat it. They put their energy into repeating it. Abracadabra, I create that I speak. So they go, oh, have you seen tomorrow? It's gonna do this. And I just go, no, it's not, rejected. That's it. No, is it? Yeah, no, it's not. It will not. And when they try and push it, I go, no, it will not. Okay, would you like it to? And they say no, I go, then stop fucking saying it. Go away from me, fuck off. You know, it's not even my language, but it does get tedious. But that's literally how it works. So if you imagine this octopus media of downright deception and manipulation and everything is just, it's literally, it's got a hard wire right into people's psyches. It's got them. Just checking my phone, flashing, just checking on about it. Okay, for me. It's got right in there, and they don't question it. And when they don't question it, and as soon as then, if they get told, oh, it's going to be a heat wave tomorrow, they go, great, right? And then what bounces out? Even with that, you know, that like, you know, the first internet connection was like, what was it, 52 kilobytes or 56 kbps, yeah, 56 kilobytes per second, right? Now we're on 5G, which is up to like what, 1 terabyte a second. So this thing that you're in, I'm in, you know, you're in. You've listened to this. Don't think it's not you. Don't think, oh, that's not me. I'm just a guy coming through the matrix to let you know what's going on. And by the way, for me, it's June 27th, 2026. You could be watching this video in 2035. Yeah? Do you understand? And that's where you think you are. Okay? Get back to it. So they get it into their perceptions, right? And then all of a sudden, imagine like the hairs on my hand here. Each one of these hairs is your average Joe Schmock NPC. And then there's like me in the middle, or yourself. And 150,000 people at the same time get told, here's this. 150,000 people, 149,999 people go, oh, we don't want that to happen, right? And then the internet connection to the upper realms, right, receives that information. And it's like, oh, well, they're not too pleased. But, we've still got 12 hours yet. We've still got 24 hours. We've still got, let's see what happens. And me is just like, ding, ding, piss off, not happening. Ding, ding, no, won't happen. Then average Joe Schmock turns around to his friend and says, tomorrow it's going to do this, right? Abracadabra, they create what they speak, even at 56 kilobytes per second, okay, because it still eventually uploads. Then average Joe Schmock 2, the copy of the copy, turns around and is like, oh, it's not, is it? So they've already got the negative emotion. The negative emotion from it amplifies it. And he or she has already spoke it, right? So they've already believed it. They've already taken the information, processed it. What world are we in? They've processed it. And then they've agreed by tacit consent. They've agreed to it. And then by repeating it to someone else, here's what's going to happen tomorrow. They've agreed to it. So then that little 56 KB becomes 128 kbps. And by the time, the time comes, it's like full on 1 Mbps connection, and times that. Now, you probably heard the saying, one connected to the energy stream is more powerful than like millions who are not. It's true. But at the moment, well, when I say used to, I'm able to I control the weather around here. I do and I don't, but I do and I don't, because it gets tiresome, it gets boring. It gets, go out in the morning and the neighbours are saying like, oh God, it's lovely now, but by 12 o'clock it's going to piss down, and I'm just like, fuck off. I don't even have the energy. And I do have the energy, but why would I want to waste my energy fighting with next door to the sign? And I'm just like, nah, it won't. Don't worry about it. If you think it's going to do that, take your washing in. What you put your washing out for? Trying to, but it's like, but that's literally how it works. Tacit consent. Regardless of whatever you think these people are or not, they're just like you. They are the same as you, but they're asleep. Whatever all these words are you want to use, they're asleep, they're zombies. Yeah, zombies aren't alive, are they? So when you're asleep, you're technically not alive to this world. It's all the same stuff. But they've all got the potential to wake up, or wake up. They've all got the potential to wake up and be like you. But the thing is like, you've got to coach them by some point as well. You gotta give up coaching them, because then your life stands stagnant. My life right now is stagnant. June 25th, 26th, 2026. It's actually quite stagnant, because I'm now back in an area where I'm just like, oh man, I thought I'd like, you know, evolve from this, but no, the system, it, it builds you up, it knocks you down, right? But this was clearing tips, no thought, part 2, 4 years on, because I've got 30 seconds left on this video. So, you know, I'm not the kind of person to ask you to like and subscribe, that's not me. But if you need any kind of clarification or have questions about what I'm talking about, send me a message, right? My email is pupsshadowley@hotmail.com. Any kind of questions, I'll get back to you, and I can type a lot more coherently than I can speak. So hopefully you're not stuck in don't be stuck in a world of shit, you know what I mean? Don't be Private Pile. Anyway, Shadowley.